Welcome to the predicted starting 11 Saints to play Brighton in the Premier League on Wednesday night. A royal 6-pointer. Let's get into the team. Before we get started though, I did ask the question last week, can anybody predict Pellegrino's 11? And it seems like we still can't do it, guys. So go ahead and leave your predicted 11s in below before we get started. I'm on a quest to find just one person to correctly predict Pellegrino's team. So starting off in the next end with Alex McCarthy, once again making that shirt his own, another clean sheet for Al between his sticks at the weekend and looking composed, rarely got his jersey dirty at the weekend. Watford offered nothing going forward, and I think McCarthy once again to retain his place on Wednesday night. Now into the back four. Now we were forced with a few changes against Watford at the weekend, but starting off at right back, I think it would be Cedric Soares. Now we're looking thin with fullbacks at the moment, and it seems like we've only got two fit fullbacks. Into the centre back pairing then, I'm going to retain with Jack Stephens and Wesley Hood. Looks like they're forming quite a relationship now, starting to understand each other, but still looking a bit dodgy in the air. But I'm absolutely delighted for Jack Stephens for his first goal in his Saints shirt last weekend. I think he's going to keep his place against Brighton. And Hood, it looks like he's coming into his own, gaining a little bit of confidence, stepping up for a free kick at the weekend. But those two once again to retain against Brighton. Finishing off the back four then. Now this is where Pellegrino's hand will be forced. Now Bertrand pulled up with a little injury against Watford at the weekend. He's going to be assessed late before the Brighton game. And McQueen missed Saturday's game because he was ill. So I'm not sure Pellegrino will risk him back into the first team. That leaves us short on left backs. And ironically, we've sent our other choice at left back out on loan. He made his debut for Fulham at the weekend, Matty Targett. So I think we're going to go with Jeremy Pié to deputise at left back. He came on as a substitute, replaced Bertrand at the weekend, done an alright job looking acrobatic with some clearances, not naturally left-footed, but who else have we got in at left back? Into midfield then. Now I think Pellegrino might just have the one holder midfielder and may push the other two a bit further forward in the centre of midfield. I think the holder midfielder will be Oriol Romeu. He looked composed at the weekend. Didn't really have too much to do, but I think Romeu will retain against Brighton. Now, just ahead of him then, I think Pellegrino might go Mario Lemina and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Now, Højbjerg was given a licence to get forward against Tottenham. He was putting pressure on the Tottenham defenders, really high up the pitch. Bit of an unusual position to see him up that high in the final third, but he gives everything for the squad, and I think he will certainly retain his place against Brighton. Lemina, on the other hand, looks like they're doing a rotation every week between Stephen Davis. He played last weekend, Lemina didn't. I think Lemina we might see back in a Saints shirt on Wednesday night. Now into the right-hand side of the park, I'm going with James Ward-Prowse for this one. I think we need to get some balls into him to get some deliveries and some crosses into our big man. I've given it away already, but James Ward-Prowse to start on Wednesday. And on the left-hand side then, for me, I'm going with Dusan Tadic. Now, finally looks like he's coming into his own, bringing up a little bit of steam over the last few weeks, providing goals, providing assists, and Buffal was influential last weekend, but I think he might start on the bench for this one. But Tadic, and like Ward-Prowse on the other side, hook those balls into the box, somebody to aim for. And starting up top then, I've already given away a few clues. I'm going to chuck in Guido Carrillo to make his first start in a red and white shirt. Came on in the last 7 minutes, not too much time to impress against Watford, but great to see him. Pellegrino did mention he'll be assessed late to whether he could start the game, but I'd love to see him start up against Brighton. Have the balls directed towards him, have the big man, have the big threat up top. Hopefully he can pull players into play, give him 50-60 minutes, see how he gets on, and then maybe bring on Shane Long to stretch the game. Let me finish up then with my prediction. Now, I think Saints have got what it takes to put this game to bed. Brighton on a bit of a dip at the moment, only 1 win in 10. We're starting to build up a little bit of steam. 4 games at the moment, unbeaten, 2 draws, 2 wins, a couple of clean sheets inside that run as well. And you know what? I fancy Guido Carrillo to get on the score sheet. So if you fancy him to score the first goal, Ladbrokes will offer you 7-2, but with your boost, that's 19-5. Definitely some value in the bet right there. That wraps it up then for the predicted starting 11 to play Brighton in the Premier League on Wednesday night. Nothing less than a win, please, Saints. Go ahead and leave us your predicted teams. Can anybody guess it this week? We'll find out next time. Leave us your likes, your comments, and subscribe for more.